name is Tony Lombardi, Director and Auctioneer. This fantastic property that stands beside me on the TV screen, number 1, Greenstone Court, Thomastown. Mr. Thomas Tucci himself, Mario Tucci, the listing agent. I'm sure that you've met him along the way, buyers. If you're thinking of buying or selling, please give Mario a call. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to quickly touch base on the rules and regulations that will assist you in bidding and buying this fantastic property here today. The auction will be conducted in accordance with any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit auctioneer from accepting bids offers on the property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price, as the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders from accepting the event, others bidding, and provides fines for this conduct. The rules permit vendor bids. The words I will use during the auction indicated by the bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid. By law, only I as the auctioneer can make a vendor bid. Well, buyers, I'm here to sell. If you're here to buy, please use the assistance of one of my colleagues. I wish you all the very best with the bidding. We thank our vendor for selecting Harcourts, Rata & Co. to sell their property. Buyers, a question of you. Where do we see a fair and reasonable place to start the bidding? Number 1, Greenstone Court in Thomastown. Let's go shopping. Where do we see a start? What's it worth, buyers? Where do we see an opening bid? $600,000 the bid. We're off and running at $600,000 now. At 6 the bid with your buyer, George. At $600,000 G2, I should say. At $600,000 I've got is at 650, was it? 650,000, I'll work with that. At 650 the bid. At 650 the bid. At 75, straight back at ya. At 75 the bid, round me off at 700 now. At 700,000, yes. Was that 7? Yes, thank you. At $700,000 the bid. At 7 I've got now, make it 25. At 7 the bid, 25 the call. First call. At $700,000 the bid. Second call. At $700,000 the bid, probably where we should have started. At 710. At 710 the bid now. At 710 make it 20. At 710 the bid, 20 the call. $725,000. Bang, bang. There it is. Good bid. At 725. Sherry. $735,000 at $735. Caitlin, make it go green. We're on the market. We're selling. $735,000 is the bid. First call at $735. Second call at $735. We sell the property right here, right now. Third, final call, $735,000. All done, finished, silent. Sherry, is your buyer out? Just need their instructions. Need some instructions. Mario, is your buyer out? 735 is the bid. 740, welcome to the bidding with your buyer Darko at 740 the bid. At $740,000 we've got now. At 750 now, straight back at ya. At 750, bang bang, left hook. At $750,000 the bid. At 750 the bid, first call. At 750 the bid, second call. At $750,000 with your buyer Rose, we're selling the property now. $755,000 with your buyer Darko. At $755 the bid. At $755 the bid with your buyer Darko. Sorry, Rose, I can't hear you. Got bad reception there. $765. At $765 the bid. At $765 the bid, first call at $765. At $765 the bid, first call. At $765 the bid, second call. At $765,000 on the market, selling, playing for keeps. At $765,000 now, round me off at 80. 770 I've got. At 770 the bid. 780 the call now. At $770,000, 80 is the call. At 770 first call. At 770 second call. 780 now. At 780,000. At 780 first. 780 second. 780 third and final call. $780,000 is the bid. First call at 780. At 780 I've got. Second call at 780. At $780,000 now. First call at 780,000, 782. At 82 the bid. At 782 make it 90. At 782 the bid. 785. 85. At 785 the bid. At 785 the bid. Round me off at 90 now. At 785 first call. At 785 second call. At 785 third and final call. At 785 the bid. Done, finished and silent at 785. 785 is the bid. $785,000 for selling the property. Right here, right now, if there's no better bid. We want to make it really clear. Rose with your buyer at the moment. It's get your buyer, Darko. I'm going to knock it down if there's no better bid. Make no mistake, once I knock it down, I cannot accept any late bids. It's 787. Mario's buyer back in. There we go. At 787. Going to have to be 800 now. At 787, 790. At 790 the bid. At $790,000 now. At $790 the bid. Who's going to round me off at 800 even? At $790,000 the bid first call. At $790,000 the bid second call. At $790,000 the bid third and final call. Against your buyer there, Rose. Where do we see the bid from here? 790,000. 795. At 795 the bid. At 795 the bid now. First call at 795. Make it 8. At 795 the bid. At $795,000 we're on the market. We're selling the property right here, right now. 795 selling. First call. 795 second call. 795 third and final call. Mario, is your buyer in or out? Darko, is your buyer in or out? $795,000 done. I appreciate their bidding. Thank you, Mario. Darko, is your buyer out, please? $795,000. They're done. I appreciate their bidding. At $795,000, all done. Finished, silent. I'll take 500 if it makes it easy. If anyone wants to come back in, one more roll of the dice. All done? Appreciate your bidding. $795,000 we sell. Selling, selling, selling. Sold. Congratulations. Congratulations to our vendor. Congratulations to our purchaser. If you've missed out, ladies and gentlemen, please hold the line. Our agents will be on the phone to you discussing some more options available later today for auction, or perhaps some new listings that are coming up or already on the market. We look forward to chatting with you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, back over to Rob's Lounge Room. We still have many auctions to go here today. We've got a super auction coming up next. We look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.